Hey guys, I wanted to get a video uploaded and say hello, and I'm kind of chilly out here working. It's like 50 something degrees out today, but it's chilly, and they're calling for rain for like the next 4 or 5 days straight, so pretty typical here where I'm at. I want to touch base with you guys real quick, and because I found the law on accident and now I test it. I have my theories about it. I see what works and what doesn't work. Some things that won't work for me doesn't mean it won't work for you, and vice versa. But I wanted to touch base on, I know those 2 videos I did about self-concept, what have you, but I also wanted to touch base on the whole an easy way to manifest a specific person, or anyone at all that you guys may be interested in, or just leaving your options open, right? So a lot of people have this conception in the community, especially the law of assumption community, that you're not living in the end. That's why you don't have your manifestation. And because you're not living in the end, you have doubts. That's why it's not here. You guys, I'm going to tell you right now, that's all bullshit. Okay? That is not what Neville meant. It's not. They misinterpreted a lot of what Neville says. And a lot of times when you actually know the law and you do manifest like I do, like a lot of us IAMs do, you'll be able to debunk this bullshit real quick. What Neville actually means by this is not you have to live in the end, and if you have any doubts or you're not living in the end, that's why it's not coming in. No, it's the feeling. The feeling is the secret. That is what manifests. So when people say your feelings don't matter, you know, and all this, and your thoughts and blah, 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 and that don't manifest, that's not necessarily true either. That's incorrect. So if you're thinking, well, shit, why can't I manifest anything consciously that I want? That might be your problem. So let's break this down real easy, simple terms, real quick. Okay? Living in the end. You can't just tell yourself, I'm in the end. I have my desire. That's it. And wait for it. That ain't how it works. Manifestation is a subconscious being of its own. Its source. It's one, right? So unless your subconscious mind is impressed, you will not see your manifestation. This is a fact. Okay, I don't give a shit what coach out there tells you this or that, or if you affirm all fucking day, lock yourself up in a bedroom and affirm for 14 hours robotically, you will have your desire. Enough. If you do not impress the subconscious mind and stay in your mental diet, you will not see and have your manifestation. Your manifestation should not take you months. It should not take you years. All right? So what exactly did Neville mean by living in the end and feeling is the secret? Well, it's simple. It's your imagination. Your 3D reality out here is a reflection of who you are. It's a mirror, right? So sometimes it mirrors back to us some doubts we might have, some things we need to work on, you know, etc. But your imagination is what you want to live in at all times. Now, it's okay. We're human. Our minds are. So we get out of our imagination. Just go back into the state. And what is the state? Your imagination. That is the state that you want to be in 99.9%, 100% dominance of all the time. Okay? I wasn't so... the hell? I wasn't so sure about all this back at the time because, you know, I found the law on my own and I didn't have any coaches or anybody to guide me and whatnot. I had to figure this all out on my own as I went along. And I'm grateful for that because I wouldn't listen to none of them fucking anyway. But I'm just telling you right now that returning back to the state, you don't have to be like, okay, I shifted. I put myself in the state mentally. that don't get the job done just mentally, all right? That either. Keep going back to your imagination. Live in your imagination as you already are the person that you want to be. Feel it. Feel the peace. Feel the joy. Feel the excitement. Feeling is the freaking secret, man. I'm telling you, living in your imagination and feeling it real is the secret. You can come out of your imagination and sometimes get triggered by the weird bullshit out here in a 3D that happens to everyone. All of us it happens to. As long as you put yourself back in that state, you should have movement. As long as you keep yourself there, time after time, every single day, you will see movement. Absolutely 100% will see movement. Eventually, you're going to have your manifestations show up, and you're going to be shocked. You're going to be fucking shocked. But at the same time, don't expect yourself to be overly excited when it does appear, because you're going to already feel neutral about it. Why? Because you've been living in your imagination. So you already feel like you have it. So it's neutral when it does come in. But it's still a shock. I mean, I've had manifestations come in that just blew my socks off. Like, wow, that was left fucking filled. Like, I didn't see that coming. And how the whole chain of events unfolded, right? It's pretty awesome. It's cool. Like, I've had some just sneak right in with no real explanation, and I have some where, like, all this shit had to come together, and bam, there it was, you know, where it was pretty blatant obvious. So that is a big key of, you cannot just live in your end. You cannot just feel it real and think that you're going to have your manifestation out here. I see this in the groups all the time, and Neville groups and other groups on Facebook, and that is like the fucking wrong advice. That has taken Neville Goddard out of context. That has taken Joseph Murphy, Tesla, so many others out of context of anything that they fucking said. They didn't mean it that way, and they have like this cult mentality about them. We're like, it's all your fault because it's a projection out here. And you know where they fucking got that? That you're not living in your end, and you're not manifesting because you don't believe, off of each other. It's not in any of Neville's books. It's in none of the old timers, the old scholars' books. It's not. They literally heard a coach or two heard it from them, and then they just spread it around like wildfire. But just because they heard it from somebody and spread it around doesn't make it true. No, it's a fucking false. So in order for you to seriously see it out here, don't mistake, change your mind and try to trick yourself into believing that you already have it, or that you just know it's already there. Because the trick is, and this ain't even really a trick. I mean, this is manifestation 101. I don't give a fuck what law you practice. Live in your imagination. See, guys, when you're manifesting, you're not projecting from out here to have your manifestation. You do understand that, right? Like, your manifestation does not come from out here. Your manifestation is coming from you and source, one of the same. So what you're projecting inside your mind and inside your imagination, and you keep going back to that state, that is a state that manifests, okay, along with the subconscious. Once you keep going back, and you can stay in that state almost all the time, and when you get out of it, just put yourself back in. If you have a bad day, that's okay. Pat yourself on the back and give yourself a hug, man. It's okay. Put yourself right back in that state. If something triggers you, drop it. Get back in that state. As long as you keep going back to that state, and you keep focusing on already having it, just thinking it, oh, you're not thinking right, so you don't have your manifestation. Just thinking it don't bring your fucking manifestation anyway. The real reality is in your imagination. This 3D ain't it. So why the fuck would you be thinking it in your mind to project it out from out here? That don't work like that. You project it from inside out. Hear me again. You get your manifestation from inside out. It will come through you, source you out here. Source you out here. That's how it manifests. Okay? Source you out here. That's how it projects out here. It don't come from out here to you. It's actually the other way around. So live in your imagination. Don't let anybody freaking tell you you're not doing it right. You're not living in the end, and giving you the shit advice that they've all heard from each other, because Neville never fucking said that. Never. And I've read every one of Neville's books, and I still go back to certain things to double check myself sometimes. Neville said, this is one of the most famous quotes of Neville, and he wrote about this, feeling is the secret. What do you think he meant by feeling is the secret? The feeling is going into your imagination and feeling neutral and great and thankful that you already have your desire. And if you stay in that state with that mental diet, you will reflect your desire out here into the 3D. Okay? It's not, you got to believe in your mind that you have it, and you got to live in the end in your mind. Fuck your mind. Your imagination's where it's at. Again, live in your imagination as it's already done. That is your end, guys. It ain't the end these people are fucking telling you about. It's people like the good coaches, the I am coaches, and people on TikTok, me, Reddit, Quora, and everything else that are telling you, the legit people who really can manifest a fire out right out of their ass. So it's a figure of speech, okay, people? That we're telling you that your true reality is in the imagination. And that goes into the subconscious. I'm telling you, you have that desire for a reason. So don't let anybody say it's your fault you don't have your desire because you're not living in the end, you have too many doubts, because it doesn't start with your mind. They're true. That don't fucking manifest shit. That's why you don't have what you want. That's one of the big reasons people don't have what they want. It's because they listen to these fucking idiots out here, excuse my French, and that they just copy off each other and say, oh yeah, you have to do this, you do that, you're not living in your end, you're not blah, 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 you're not this. Who the fuck cares? Okay? Try it on your own right and do what works for you. Don't listen to people. Just find people that resonates with you and stick only to them. Fuck robotic affirmations. Fuck this, fuck that. You don't need all that, guys. It's not the technique that manifests. Just go into your imagination and just accept that as your true reality. There, you are living in the wish fulfilled. How long it will take to project out here? Well, that depends on you, but just stay in that state, keep coming back to that state, and remember, it will project through source, through you, which is one, out here. It doesn't project out here to you. It's through source, through you, as one, out here. And that is how you bring it in. This, other than me, like, doing sats in a void state with a little bit of delay in my manifestation, when I go right into my state of my imagination, I'm not one of those, oh, it's immediate, and you'll have your, if you watch my video, you'll have my manifestation, and you'll have your manifestation in 24 hours, or this works instantly. In my experience, there is a time of delay, and I will eventually cover that. I feel like it is done once you constantly living in your imagination. The seed has been planted, now it just needs watered, basically. So I feel like you got to give the unfolding a little time, even though time is linear, but out from here to here, from source through you out here, you got to give it a minute to work. So I hope that made sense, and I just wanted to make this quick video, and I'll definitely touch base on this a heck of a lot more on this topic. I'll see you guys later.